Breaking news in Sixers world. We are presented by here on the PHLY Sixers podcast, Xfinity. Make sure you check them out, xfinity.com, only in 4K right here with us. Jared McCain traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder as the second-year guard. So many struggles this season. He is now on the move to the Oklahoma City Thunder. He is being moved for, Kyle, as we just talked about all of this as we were sitting here preparing for the show, having some other things happen here in the office, and he is on the move for two second-round picks and a first-round pick.
Three second-round
picks and a first-round pick as he heads to OKC. And the pick is the 2026 Rocket first-round pick and the 3 seconds for Jared McCain. He has struggled mightily this season.
And I'll tell you, the 3 second-round picks, for anyone who's not up to speed yet, they will get the most favorable of the Thunder, Rockets, Pacers, and Heat seconds in 2027. They get the 2028 Bucks second-round pick and the 2028 Thunder second-round pick. So 2 that have decent value, 1 that we assume the Thunder will be good forever at this point, and so that's not going to help them much.
Yeah.
And then the first-round pick from Houston is okay. It'll probably be a late first,
currently
probably 20 to
26.
30, somewhere like that. But it's still off in the distance a little bit.
All right, well, let's just start. We'll get to the picks here shortly. Let's just start, though, with the shock value of Jared McCain being traded. Really good first season in the 23 games. We know about the injuries, cutting things short. Hasn't been able to bounce back in year number 2 because of injuries. A couple of stints with the G League, blue coach, just to try to get his footing underneath him. Just hasn't happened for him as we would have liked to have seen. And so many people were wondering, why is Nick Nurse not playing Jared McCain? Well, partly because he couldn't make shots, which he's out there for, struggling with the ball handling on the point of attack defense. But also, maybe, as we've discussed, maybe he just wasn't Nick Nurse's kind of guy as a guard. But how the shock of it as we were sitting here in the office.
Well, because I think at least I'll speak for myself. I thought if Jared was going to get traded, it was going to be as part of a bigger deal. I mean, we talked about Jared as a potential guy who'd be in a Giannis trade. Now, that maybe was overestimating what his current trade value is. But I was not expecting a team to trade a first and 3 seconds for him. I think some of the early reporting that we're hearing and that we're seeing out there is that this could potentially be a financial move, first and foremost. I'm not sure if I believe that. We're going to get into that more a little bit later. But I'll say this, and I've talked about this with members of our Discord in recent weeks. It did not go unnoticed for me that Jared McCain's representation was in Philadelphia for a long portion of their recent homestand, and that Jared, having seen the number 3 overall pick come in, who was a guard, Quentin Grimes, playing above him all year, deserved to play above him all year, has been outplaying Jared for most of the season. But Jared McCain, having played well last year, struggling this year, is looking for opportunity, is looking to get minutes, time, touches. I don't know that he's going to find that in Oklahoma City with how loaded they are. But I don't know that he and the people around him were super happy with how this season has played out. And I will go back to something we talked about in the offseason as we listened to Daryl Morey, Nick Nurse, the Sixers organization, talk about their young backcourt. It was always Tyrese Maxey, first and foremost. It was always VJ Edgecombe, first and foremost. And after that, it didn't ever feel like Jared was discussed as, treated as, talked about as a guy who is within that group, was not part of a core in any way. He's a nice young player. He's someone who had a good stint last year that I think we're all much higher on than what we saw this season. But I think this just confirms the suspicions we had all along, which is that they didn't value Jared McCain like that. They viewed him as what he was, which was a mid-first round pick who had a good start to his career and has sputtered this year. So I think what's going to come out of the organization is, we got a first. We got a few seconds. They're going to talk about the financial angle. I don't love it because I would have rather bet on Jared McCain's upside here compared to the picks, but it is a move that I think is probably about several other things happening and not just trading Jared McCain.
Yeah, it really is one where you have to wait and see. And by wait and see, I don't mean like usually when we say wait and see, you have to wait years to see how things play out. I'm talking the next 24 hours. If there's not a subsequent move, then I think this trade kind of stinks. Or at least I don't like it. I'm not going to say it stinks. Because you look at it, First of all, there's easier ways to duck the tax. You don't need to trade Jared McCain and duck the tax. You could trade, Kyle Lowry or Eric Gordon. That would be much easier. They don't have any kind of long-term future with the team. They don't help you now. Under the tax, great. So if it's just to get draft pick capital, that first round pick from Houston isn't likely to be as good of a player as Jared McCain.
But yeah.
Like, you're kicking the can down on the rookie scale, but like the expected value of that is certainly less than Jared McCain. So this better be something, because, a lot of times with these trades, stepping restrictions are in play. This gives you flexibility to make a subsequent move. And I am hopeful. I'm certainly not reporting it, certainly not saying it. Maybe it's just me wish casting it. I'm hoping, maybe that's the right way, not hopeful. I'm hoping that there is a subsequent move, because otherwise I don't really like this at all.
All right, so but what a lot of people are also thinking about when it comes to these picks and the picks that you guys talking about coming back, what do the Sixers have now going forward after moving Jared McCain, but picks in terms of their treasure chest?
Yeah, so obviously in 2026, there's a potential of two. One of them is very unlikely. The Sixers' own pick, which if it lands 5 through 30, they send out to OKC. Really unlikely they're going to end up with the top 4 pick, so you can pretty much cross that one off. 2026, the Houston one they just got. 2027, they have their own. 2028, they lose it to the Nets if it's anywhere after 8, the top 8. And then they have, really, this is where we get to the meat of it. There's a 2028 Clippers pick that's unprotected. 2029, you have the right to swap picks with the Clippers. Then you have your own in 2030, 2031, 2032. So right now, you could trade, in the next 24 hours, you could trade 4 picks at the deadline.
And that's pretty significant given some of the guys who are, one particular guy in Giannis, who we know has expressed some interest in playing with Tyrese Maxey. I am not at all saying that they are going to do that, or even that they're in the running for this guy, because based on the other reporting, it looks like it's more Miami, Minnesota, Golden State are the 3 teams that keep popping up again and again and again if Milwaukee were to do it before the deadline. But an extra first does free some stuff up, and it does just give you 1 extra pick if you're trying to push chips in. I don't think that's what's happening. I'm waiting to see, and I got to talk to more people, make some calls as soon as we're done talking here. But it's a move that feels like something else has to happen. I know one of the things that is an absolute priority for the Sixers that has been out there before this, that is going to be out there after this, they want to convert Dominic Barlow. That's been on the radar for them for a while. And so that is one of the big priorities of this period of the season.
Boy Walker, he's done with his
eligible two-way days are up. I have not heard as much to that effect that they're going to convert him. Barlow, certainly. Barlow is a big priority. I know that Shams has put some stuff out there that they're looking to keep Grimes long-term. And maybe that's some of it too. Like if Jared and or his agent heard from the Sixers and it was like, hey, we want to keep Quentin, like he's going to be a prominent piece moving forward. I think if you're Jared McCain in that instance, you say, the writing's on the wall for me. Either I can stay here and I'm going to play on a team that does not prioritize me over these guys, or I can try to go elsewhere and see if they value my skill set a little more. But it's too early to say almost anything yet. A lot to unpack over the next 24 hours or so.
Sixers send Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they get 3 second-round picks and a first-round pick from the Houston Rockets also in this deal. Much more to come. Make sure you stay with us. We are going to be back at 3 p.m. with much more. Kyle and Derek, they can work the phones and do all the things that they do to get some more information. And when we get back, we'll talk about those and the other NBA deals. Well, specifically Anthony Davis. That also happened while we were in the office doing some things. So that'll do it for us here on the PHLY Sixers Emergency Podcast. Jared McCain traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll be back at 3 p.m. with Derek Kyle. I'm Devon Bree. We are presented by Xfinity.
We all silly like the mayor.